Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Sonic Odyssey, the video channel dedicated to bringing you the last 5 decades or so of music up through the present, including today's musical selection, from a diverse variety of styles and genres, covering as much music as we possibly can. Still in our infancy here at this channel, but we're doing our best to bring you a broad variety of different and exciting music. So I hope that you are enjoying the Sonic Odyssey experience. Before we begin, please do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also feel free to comment in the comment section below. That would be really nice. I could engage in conversation with you about how you feel, either about the album in question or about music in general. Be great to do it. Okay, also before we begin, I should ask you to take a look at our Patreon page. I do these videos on YouTube ad-free and commercial-free, so there's no ads that you have to skip to enjoy the video. But that does mean that I'm not making any revenue off of the channel itself. So I do have a Patreon page and a Patreon campaign, and if you go over there, you can click the link at the show description. You can see that there are tiers set up with everything from $2 a month up. So there should be something that maybe if you are so inclined and feeling so generous, you could toss a couple of shekels our way, and we would be grateful for it. So thank you in advance for that. You can also even get your name listed in the credits at the end of each video. I've got a number of people doing that already, and would love to have more people contributing to that tier. Okay. Today we're looking at a band that formed in 1984 in Germany by Peter P.V. Wagner. Originally they played under the moniker of Avenger, but they changed that after their debut LP and an EP so as not to be confused with a band in England, and changed their name to the name that they currently use, which is Rage. Now, Rage is a pretty hardcore heavy metal band. They have a very distinctive style and sound, and we'll get more into that as we go along. But today we're looking at their latest album, which just came out January 10th, 2020, and it's called Wings of Rage. So let's kick things off with a bit off the new album. This is a track that's entitled A Nameless Grave. So here we go with a little bit of Wings of Rage, A Nameless Grave. A Nameless Grave uses a little bit of orchestration in it, and that's not an uncommon thing with Rage. They have used orchestration in the past. Here they use it to great haunting effect in the track itself, and it's also a bit of a hearkening back to their album 13, which relied heavily on orchestration and used a great deal. It was around the same time that Peter Wagner was working with the Lingua Mortis Orchestra, or LMO. And they did a lot of really heavy orchestral music. They have 2 albums under the Lingua Mortis Orchestra. So gives you a little bit of a taste there of what Rage sounds like here with their 25th studio album. And this is their 25th studio album from the German stalwarts of heavy metal. Some put them in the same category as bands that formed around the same time in the 1980s. Bands such as Helloween, Blind Guardian, Running Wild, or Gravedigger. And while that is understandable, since they did all spring up around the same time and they all play heavy metal, but they all have their own distinct styles. I mean, when you listen to a Helloween song, you know you're listening to a Helloween song. Likewise, Blind Guardian is inimitable. And the same could be said of Rage. When you hear Rage, you know the sound, you know the style. It's an distinctive recording method and tonal structure sonically that you know, yeah, that's Rage. Even if you hadn't heard the song before, you would easily be able to recognize it. If you were a fan of Rage, you would recognize it as Rage. My cat is deciding to make another little entrance into the video. Say hello, Freya. Okay, she's gonna run away. As an example of this distinct and Rage sound, I'd like to play another bit of a song for you from the Wings of Rage album. This is called Let Them Rest in Peace.
And the greedy ones that swallow one by one. Every day they're more. Send them into war. Send them in the final battle. Let their bodies fire to walls. Every day they're more. Going through that door. But you cannot even value what they gave you when they were some mother's son. They were some father's daughter. Not just food for goats. Now all their dreams are gone, just like lambs to the slaughter. Only food for goats. Let them rest in peace.
After 25 albums and 36 years of making music, it's safe to say that they've carved out quite a bit of ground. They've covered quite a bit of ground in the sonic realm, and Wings of Rage is a great, not really homage, but kind of compliment to all that they have done before. You can hear elements of certain periods of their music coming through. For instance, the song Shine a Light could easily have come from their 1999 album Ghost, whereas HTTS 2.0, Higher Than the Sky, which is not a re-recording but a reimagining of the song Higher Than the Sky from the End of All Days album, is another example of them developing sonically and in their maturity. It's got a great groove to it, and it holds on to the original song's impact while giving it a new 2020 perspective. So with all that being said, I would have to say that Rage's Wings of Rage album is a really bright spot and a great way to start off the new year. The album has classical elements such as True, and it's got elements of other points in their history, other period elements that they draw on for their sound in Wings of Rage. So I probably would give this album about a 4 out of 5. It's from beginning to end, it's solid, and there's just the one slowish song on it, which is A Nameless Grave, which we heard a little bit of earlier. Otherwise, the album is hard-hitting and pure rage. So I hope that you'll give it a listen, and I thank you very much for your time and watching the video. And once more, please feel free to visit our Patreon page, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all things Sonic Odyssey. Until the next time, thank you very much and have a great day. Bye.